It's time to crown a champion and conclude the 2026 PBA Tour Cheetah Championship here at the 17th World Series of Bowling. We're back at Lucky Strike Lakeville outside Minneapolis. We started with 12 bowlers in the last show. We were down to 4. The semifinals and the championship match is the race to 2. Chris Prather, Packy Hanrahan, Spencer Robage, and Matt Sanders remain. It's been great bowling so far and a lot of fun to watch. Welcome back to the Twin Cities. Dave Ryan, Carl Sherman, PBA Tour star. Explosive numbers, Sherm, so far. We're expecting more big scores in the final round, right?
Absolutely. I mean, this Cheetah show is always about throwing a lot of strikes. The guys with power tend to have a lot of success. No one's done it better than these 4 guys today, but they're all lined up. They're all dialed in. So who's going to make the shots coming down the stretch when you need to throw strikes? I cannot wait to watch. It's
going to be a lot of fun to watch. Let's check the Bowl TV highlights and recap how we got here. The round of 8 in the quarterfinals and semifinals. Quarterfinal number 1, Chris Prather looking awesome, sure.
Yeah, Prather looking great against Cam. Little too much for Cam today. When Prather gets that soft hand going, balls going through the pins, he is tough to beat.
Over Cameron Crowe, then Packy Hanrahan. Outstanding. He's had 2 amazing games so far.
Yeah, probably the most dialed in out of everyone. Shot 289 his last time on the lanes. He's in the pocket, he's carrying, and he's looking confident.
Averaging 278, Packy Hanrahan, the two-handed lefty. Powerful quarterfinal number 3 was Matt Sanders. Yet another lefty getting through.
Matt, he's unassuming. He just goes about his business, does his job. Very simple game, but he got the hits. He knows how to make shots when he needs it. Do not count this guy out.
Then the last quarterfinal number 4, Spencer Robage, already a PBA Tour champion this year. Another victory. Wasn't easy over the local star, Brandon Cryer.
Yeah, he was tested against the local, like you said, local star Brandon. Came out, shot 251. Was enough to get through, but that might not be enough in the semifinal match.
Semifinals are next. Chris Prather tries for another PBA Tour title, head-to-head with Packy Hanrahan. The smooth righty, the powerful two-handed lefty. It's next.
The PBA World Series of Bowling on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, head to gobowling.com to find a center near you.
All right, Sherm, here we go. PBA Cheetah, 35 feet for our bowlers.
Yeah, like you've seen it today, if you've been following along, high friction, short pattern, 35 feet. Players going to be playing out to the right around first, second arrow, getting the ball close to the gutter. And as they progress, they'll be moving into about third arrow, hooking in a little bit more, throwing urethane for control. High scoring pattern today with this Cheetah pattern.
Prather Packy first match. First semifinal. Sanders Robage to follow. Then race to 2 for the title. Chris gets us started. A little high, looking for pin action. Get to the 6, does not. Good start.
Interesting choice for Prather to start out with reactive there. Last time on the fresh, start out with urethane, threw a pretty good game. Typically you need a little bit of transition to happen before you can go to reactive. He's trying to go to it early. And you can see when you miss a little bit left on this short pattern, the ball just takes off. So if anyone can do it, it's Prather. I don't doubt anything that man can do on the lanes, but that was a bold choice.
Always interesting. On the ball choice to begin the match. Deep breath for Packy. 268, 289 games so far. Been fabulous through 2. Starts a third in style. Then the pros on today's show. Bowl perfect game. Everyone in America can receive a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. Register at gobowling.com and sign up for the Go Bowling Free America promotion. Almost at 300. Come close.
We were close a few times, and we still might be. Packy picking up right where he left off. Has such a great look on this Cheetah pattern. I don't think I've ever seen him this comfortable on TV. Strong.
That's a meaningful statement for you. Can he maintain it is the question. It's a really good shot, 7-pin stance.
Good shot.
Good shot here for Packy. As we can see the powerful two-handed delivery, but still so smooth. Ball just deflects just enough. 4-pin wraps around the 7. Good shot though, good high quality shot.
Well, 7-pin with the Pilgrim's PBA Ohio Classic, eventually won, of course, by Spencer Robarge, as we talked about. He's the 2 seed. Spencer was a 3 seed that day in Columbus. Arsenal for Chris.
Yeah, Chris electing to throw the Alpha Crux. It's his strongest ball, 9.5 hook rating. He's using this ball because it's going to hook early and be smooth compared to his other reactive balls. But whoa, look out.
Big miss, 210 split.
Yeah, to me, when you're reactive ball, when you miss a little left and you go high like that, then you try to get it through the lane and you 210, that's a sure sign that the ball's not quite reading early enough. Probably needs to go to urethane, but first things first, needs to pick this split. Trying to slide the 2 over.
Got it! What a shot for Chris Prather.
Just like that.
That was awesome.
And
210 magic.
That'll put a smile on your face if you're Prather. Perfect execution here. Needs to hit the left side of the 2-pin, slide it over. Almost misses it, but
make a good guess.
Taps it just enough there. Okay, so here we go. Back on the left lane here, going to urethane, looking for a ball with a little more control.
Got that, wow. Blitzes the rack. Rushes the 1-3 pocket. The ball chose different lanes. The middle 2 lanes used all 4 for the first 2 rounds in the Cheetah Championship. Be the same all the way through. Last 3 PBA Tour titles to be determined as well. Arsenal for Packy.
Yeah, Packy's electing to go with the black pearl urethane. Don't see him getting out of this ball for the rest of the show.
That's why.
Yeah, Packy's probably had the best look out of everybody so far in the show. Ball going through the pin's great. His shot making's been great. And an early 2-pin lead on Chris Prather.
His 2 titles, 2023 PBA Kokomo Classic in Indiana and the Roth Holman Doubles Championship with Mitch Hoope in Delaware. He told us yesterday, I can't wait to get back in the winter circle. It's been too long. A guy with this talent. Kyle, you bowl him every week. This guy's one of the best. Power. Packy, yes.
But one of the best lefties on tour, for sure, without a doubt. And again, the one thing I think that really separates Packy from some other players is his mental game. It's tough being a left-hander out here because some weeks you just don't have it. Some weeks the righties have it. But in those weeks, you got to stay mentally strong and be ready when it's your turn. Packy does a great job of always trying to improve, always trying to stay in it. Now Prather stepping up here in the 4th, working on a strike, looking to stay toe-to-toe with Packy.
Do it.
Cut into the lead. Liked it. Up on the 5-pin, down it goes. So Chris told us yesterday that he feels like he has the best control of his hand at the release point with ball speed that he's had in a long time. But why is that ball control so important for him as a shot maker?
Well, you have to. You have to have touch. And one of Prather's superpowers, if you will, is touch. However, a couple years ago, he had an injury to his wrist, strained a bunch of tendons in there. Ever since then, he's been kind of searching for that feel. And he's just still a great bowler, but when you're off by just a little bit, it magnifies, especially at this level. Prather's starting to get that roll back.
For the turkey. Indeed. Perfect shot.
What a ball change.
By 8 pins.
You know, he's saying what a ball change, but I'm just surprised he didn't start with it. I just can't believe it. But you know what? Great change for Prather there. Extremely happy with the turkey.
Single elimination match here in the semis. The finals is a race to 2. To determine this year's Cheetah champion. Packy for turkey, 5th frame for the lead. Go up by 2. 7-10 is down just the 10. That's the good news for Hanrahan.
Good shot.
Another pretty good shot for Packy here. This is one of those, did I get lucky? Did I not? You know, I hit the pocket. I thought it was going to strike, but then the 7-10 standing, and then the 7 falls. So he'll take just the 10 pin, but he's looking for it to go through the pins a little bit better.
10 pin there, got it. Well, the 2015 National Championship at Wichita State. He's a two-time state high school champion. Actually grew up in Connecticut. He's the powerhouse Wichita State. Lives there now. Married last year, wife Madison. Star bowler herself.
It's important to note, Packy really hasn't been challenged through his first 2 matches. Chase had a rough start. Zach, 174 last game. It's easier to throw strikes when your opponents are struggling, but Prather, not struggling.
6 works on a spare. Help across the deck. Massinger takes out the 7 pin. Got a timeout. Semifinal number 1 is underway here in Cheetah at the World Series of Bowling, just outside Minneapolis on CBS Sports Network. Prather had that awesome conversion of the 2-10 split here tonight. Underway, PBA World Series of Bowling 17 from here in the Twin Cities. Cheetah tonight, Chameleon Championship tomorrow. Do it all over again. Scorpion on Monday. Wrap it up with the Shark Championship, the World Championship play-in. June 13th from suburban Detroit, Thunder Bowl. All roads lead to Thunder Bowl, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Then the World Championship, CBS streaming live on Paramount Plus as well. June 13th to wrap it up for this year's World Series of Bowling. 2 different months, 2 different sites. Fantastic bowling all around. Here's Prather. We'll see him again as well. Scorpion coming up. No breaking the 10 pin that time.
Wow, that was about as brutal of a ring 10 as you can get, especially coming out of a commercial break. Very, very unlucky shot there for Prather.
10 pin, no problem. Final number 1. Sanders Robars to follow. Semi number 2. Winners in a race to 2. Championship match for a PBA Tour title. Win probability numbers. It's going to be a good finish, Kyle. No doubt about that.
Absolutely. Both players have great pocket control. Both players are shot makers. Come on now. Coming down to the back half of the stretch. Who can get the hits? Who can execute?
Good shot, 4 pin, no break again.
Come on.
A little high there for Prather. Got the ball to the friction just a touch early. So that ball read a little quicker, made its motion a little too soon, going high, just leaving the 4 pin. Was hoping to trip it. Instead, needs to pick it.
Which he does. Maintains the lead, but things are tight in our first semifinal. So Prather will appear in the Scorpion. Packy will appear in the Shark show. Like today, the Cheetah. 12 bowlers begin. 2 different shows, and you wrap it up with a race to 2. Championship match after the semis. Packy wants to add to the title total. Great shot.
Great shot for Packy. Daring the 7. One thing we didn't talk about, Rhino, is these 2 are great friends. These guys bowled against each other for a long time. Both Wichita State products. Well, Prather only for a couple of semesters, but anyway.
He was there briefly.
He was there briefly,
counts.
but and both house guys. Packy has the House Bowling channel, great YouTube channel. For those of you out there haven't checked it out,
it's good content.
Go
it's
over
way cool.
He posts the best challenge videos, very entertaining. Both these guys, part of the house, both know each other very well. But right now, their opponents, they're trying to take this win.
By 13, has the double, looks for the turkey. Got that. Not perfect, but he'll take it.
We see the pin action here for Packy. A little light mixer there, kind of getting the bucket out. Like you said, not perfect, he'll take it, especially in this moment. Prather missed his last 2 times up. He's going to have to make a little bit of an adjustment. Maybe not so much on this right lane. Just needs to throw the best shot he can.
His 8th, down 13. Liked it. Cashes in. Coming off the 9-spare, 9-spare.
See the beautiful form of Prather. So steady. Look at his lower half of his body. It just stays so steady as he releases the ball. Allows him to repeat shots at just such a high level. And right now can max out for a score of 246. Packy, he can max out for 259. So Prather basically down a hit. Needs to set himself up here in the 9th.
Great stats brought to us by Lane Talk. Want to get the stats the pros are using? Download the Lane Talk app and see how your game stacks up against the best. LaneTalk.com. All 3 rack. Nation frame and cut it to 3. Big shot for Prather. No help again in the 10-pin.
Freaking urethane ball.
Apologies for that.
Yeah, good shot from Prather. He's not a big fan. He doesn't like throwing urethane. It's not his favorite thing to do. So when he executes a shot so good like that and leaves the 10-pin, a little bit of frustration coming out for him. He knows that was such a big shot in this match.
His packet is 9th. And probability jumps up to 72.54. That's for a 23-pin lead. Looks for the 4-bagger. Put himself in great shape for the championship round. Does it again.
One more good shot.
He could not ask to throw it any better than Packy right here in the 9th frame. Absolutely perfect. So big. Makes his job in the 10th frame so much easier. Just needing to mark.
That sends him to the championship. Packy to wrap it up. Has it. A strike for the win. Packy will knock off Chris Prather here today in our first semi. En route to the championship match. It's 3 great matches in a row for Packy.
Yeah,
not easy to do.
He's dialed in, he's seeing the lane great, he's getting the hits, and sometimes it's about the hits. Prather threw a great game, but didn't get carry on a couple shots, and that made all the difference.
6 in a row.
Come on, brother. Come on. Yeah, you too, brother. Good luck. You can.
2 good friends. Competitors here in Lakeville.
Really be a problem for us.
Yeah, should have thrown the plastic ball. Yep.
What a way to finish for Packy. 2:59 game. His brother will finish up
2 balls for
his ball here in the 10th frame.
Packy
takes on the winner of Sanders Robarge the next semifinal.
And we are going to see Prather again later in the week on the Scorpion pattern.
He's not done yet. Oh. Big winner. Spare to pick up there late. And Packy Hanrahan is through. Next up, the Race to 2 championship match. 2 big stars in the PBA Tour. Only one survives, though, to the title till here. Packy is through. Matt Sanders. Spencer Robarge head-to-head. 1-hand lefty, 2-hand lefty next. Let's flash back. Sunday, April 4th, Pilgrims PBA Ohio Classic in Columbus. Number 3 seed Spencer Robarge taking on his former Wichita State teammate, reigning PBA Rookie of the Year, number 1 seed Ryan Barnes. And Spencer beat Ryan to 36-228. Second time this year a rookie had emerged victorious in what has been such a great year. 4 rookies in the PBA Tour, including yet another Wichita State alum, Brandon Bonta. First career PBA Tour title for Spencer Robarge out of Springfield, Missouri. And Sherman, here we go. The bracket is updated. Packy has been brilliant through his first 2 matches. Now it's Sanders, Robarge, a couple lefties again.
Yeah, both going to be attacking the lanes a little bit differently. They're both going to be throwing urethane, but Sanders has that soft speed, soft roll. Spencer, a little more harder, a little more direct, and a lot of power.
Day. It's been a lot of TV. It's okay.
We got a lot of bowling.
More direct works. I'm with you, partner. It is awesome, though. Robarge Sanders is coming up next. From here in the Twin Cities on CBS Sports Network. Reno last year, the Twin Cities this year. World Series of Bowling, PBA Cheetah Championship rolls on. Semifinal number 2. Sanders, Robarge head-to-head. Packy Hanrahan through his 3 matches, a 272 average awaits the winner in the Race to 2 championship match.
That's pretty good, 272.
Not bad. Crushing.
Both these players, Matt and Spencer, one-time titleists, but Matt hasn't won in a while.
The other one too?
9 years.
9 years. Spence won this year. Both looking to make it 2. Have to get through the semifinal match.
Sanders a 3 seed. A bye into the second round. Okay, the pin's all set here. Start this semifinal match.
See the rack just missing the 7 pin there on the right lane.
We'll get it straight.
Yeah,
straight out. How do you see this one folding here?
Good to go.
Coming up on CBS Sports Network, weekdays 6 a.m. Eastern. Boomer and Gio coming your way. All the latest sports headlines. Don't miss it. Here we go. Sanders gets us started with a strike.
Little delay, but no problem there for Matt. Starting out strong. Strike in the first.
Nice focus, by the way, through the delay. I like that. It's not easy.
Yeah, you mentioned focus. We've seen a little bit today. Something like a rack being off or Spencer hearing someone in the crowd just takes you out of your process enough when it's all about repeating. Spencer looking to match Matt in first.
Robarge starts the semifinals with a lefty bucket. Ooh, tough break.
Okay.
Yeah. You can see how low Spencer gets. So much side spine tilt. The little hop at the end gets so much into it. So much power. Loves to throw it hard. A little too hard on this shot, though. Coming in light. Leaving the bucket. And it looks like we're respotting the pins here. Having a little issues with this right lane. They're getting it sorted out. And this is tough. When you leave a spare up there and you don't get the shooter right away, you get iced, you already have a hard spare up. It's going to be a tough moment for Spencer. So getting a little challenged mentally.
How would you get through this, Kyle?
More than anything, you're just trying to stay calm. You can't get irritated at it. You just have to realize that things like this are going to happen. Winning, no matter what, isn't easy. You have to accept those challenges that are coming at you, embrace them, and deal with them. That's what Spencer's going to have to do here. We got it all straight. Let's see if he can pick it.
Three, 5, 6, 9, lefty bucket. Challenging lead, challenging spare. Nice cover.
Oh, I don't want to shoot that spare.
With a respot.
Okay. Start.
Spencer told us yesterday it's just been an absolute dream ride for him. It's a guy who his debut several years ago. He was still in high school. Missed his high school prom at the USBC Masters in Reno. He's been on the scene a long time. National champion, Wichita State. Better shot there. 1-2 pocket.
Yeah, Spencer's talent is no secret. Ever since he was a kid, he's been excelling on the lanes no matter what stage, no matter what level of competition he's at. And I love the kid because there might not be anyone that loves bowling more than Spence. You ask him, what does he do? He bowls, and that's it. As you see Matt Sanders' arsenal here, throwing the black pearl urethane, I believe.
Sanders, yes. Lefty versus lefty, 1-2 pocket, obliterated by Sanders. What a shot.
And one thing that I saw Sandy in qualifying here on the Cheetah, obviously he qualified third, so we whacked him, is when he gets locked in, he's able to just stay in his own little zone so well. He sees the moves, he plays his game, he doesn't let outside things affect him, he stays locked in.
For the first three, 20-pin lead. Got that. Looking good. 5th at the Masters this year. On the bowl. PBA World Championship on June 13th. The 4-seed lost match 1 to the 5th seed and eventual champion Bill Kroll, part of this World Series of Bowling as well.
Like Spencer going with a black pearl urethane as well. No surprise there. That's what he's been throwing the whole time. Looking for a double.
It's cut the lead in half. Third frame, yes.
Much better shot on that lane. He bucketed the last time. Looked like he got that ball to the friction just a little sooner. You can see a beautiful down lane shot here. This ball gets close to the gutter, reads it right there, starts making its shape. Good adjustment on that right lane.
The turkey in the tie. 4th frame for Spencer. We've seen this movie of the bucket a second time. That is rare.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to shoot it again. Unfortunately,
He's
Spence,
about to.
you're going to have to. But you got practice at it, so you should know how to pick it. This one, again, a little too high on the ball speed. Doesn't quite get the ball to friction. And we're talking about, 6 to 8 inches of getting that ball to read. It read a little too late. Needs to read another half a foot sooner, and that's probably a strike. Again, not an easy spare.
How about 2 for 2? Yes.
He's making it look easy, though.
Crucial cover. Keeping it right in the match. But Sanders perfect so far here. 3 for 3. Win probability numbers definitively in Matt's favor. Three and 4 all time now on TV. That's another one. Lead balloons. First 4 for him. He's up by 24 pins.
Yeah, I like Matt's look. Again, a little softer on the ball speed than Spencer. He's allowing that urethane ball time to react, time to get to the pocket. We've seen Spencer kind of blow past his break point a couple times. When Spencer can throw it hard and that ball reads it every time, man, he's dangerous. But now he's going to have a little bit of touch. That's why Matt's excelling through these first 4 frames.
Looks for the front 5. Stays perfect. 34-pin lead for Matt Sanders. He is tearing things up here in the Twin Cities.
Yeah, great delivery from Matt here. And remember, he has battled so much to get here. Over the summer, had a piece of glass drop on his leg. Huge gash, almost severed his leg, but has bounced back. Now making 2 shows in 1 year, in a great spot here today on this Cheetah Championship.
Back to Spencer. Needs to get going. Tough break, 7-pin, good shot.
Good pass.
No love on the 7.
Yeah, you see the 4 just wraps around the 7 there, almost hits the bottom of the 7 pin. That was a good shot, but it can be the smallest adjustment that he's going to have to figure out here. Get his ball to go through the pins.
Critical Spare has that. Stay in the conversation. Not much you can do against the front 5 with Matt Sanders.
And that's the tough part about this Cheetah Championship, Rhino, is that the scores are so high. You fall behind early, your opponent has it figured out. It's hard to catch up because you know the likelihood of you both not striking isn't very high. You see that here. Spence bowling okay, but Sanders perfect through 5.
Spencer looking for help on the 6 pin. Helicopter Messenger somehow does not reach it.
Yeah, we've been seeing the players trip out these 6 pins on command. Almost there. Wow, that was even closer than I thought. Doesn't get the love on the 6. Falling behind in this match.
Gotta have the mark, does have it.
Keep it down over there.
Still in a 36-pin hole against Matt Sanders, who has the front 5, thinking about perfection, thinking about Packy Hanrahan in the Race to 2 championship match at the Cheetah. Here at Lucky Strike Lakeville in the Twin Cities. Second half, second semifinal about to unfold. Dave Kyle, our entire crew. World Series of Bowling 17 is underway on CBS Sports Network. All roads lead to Thunder Bowl, June 13th, from Allen Park, Michigan, to the World Championship. Front 5, Sanders up 36 out of the break. Looks for a 46-pin lead. Has it. Halfway there. Locked in. If any bowler rolls a 300 game today on CBS Sports Network, everyone who registers at GoBowling.com will receive a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. We've had 36 televised 300 games, PBA Tour history. One this year. Sanders stays perfect.
Front 7 for Sandy. Saying, Spence, I know you're a rookie and everything. Let me show you a thing or two here. Great shot. Gets this ball exactly where you need to, about 2 down lane. Gets the entry angle. 7 pin. Slides across the deck. Spence has to strike just to stay within striking distance.
His 7th. 6 pin. It's a good shot. No break again from the left side. And the hole deepens for Robarge.
And just like that, you know, we saw Spencer have a 250 game the first time, but now different set of lanes. We've re-oiled, different transition. You can see the way Sandy's attacking the lane. Just allows the lane to be a little bit more open. He has a little bit of room, can hit a little high, can hit a little light, where Spencer doesn't have near the room right now.
Go back.
That Sandy does, so he's gonna rethink some things here.
First title came in Columbus, as we talked about throughout our broadcast tonight. Just 2 strikes in the second and third. 4 straight spares for Spencer. Which is solid bowling. That's fine. It's clean, but against the perfect game, not much can be done.
Yeah, if we're qualifying, if we're going through the tournament, he'll certainly take his shots through the 8th frame. But when you're bowling for a PBA championship against a guy like Sandy that's here to make some shots, you're going to need a little bit more. Sandy perfect through 7, looking to make it 8.
Former Rookie of the Year. Looks for another one. 7 pin. There it is. Oh! Across the deck, the messenger finds it.
Hey now.
8 up, 8 down for Sanders.
The slow rolling messenger for Sandy here. I thought I gave him the jinx. The 7 was standing, but the messenger says, nah, not today. And look at that. Little ice.
First smile I think we've seen all night from Matt.
You don't get many out of Sandy.
Yeah. How about the first 9 for Sanders? Yes!
Okay.
9 up, 9 down, 3 to go.
Okay.
For perfection.
There's another one. Someone needs to take a picture of that smile right there.
2 in a row. That's a rarity. The match is over mathematically. So Sanders is going to get through to take on Packy Hanrahan in the Race to 2 championship match.
I was lined up on this one.
Good bowling for Spencer, just not good enough.
Yeah, he did fine, just didn't quite see it right. Especially with that shot there. That was a good shot out of his hands. Just not quite seeing the picture. He would probably need a ball change, make a pretty big adjustment to what he's doing now, but still great week for Spencer.
Drop there, 2 seed here in the Cheetah. First career PBA Tour title. Some of the great things have happened for Spencer this year. Front 9 for Sanders, and a victory over Spencer in the semis. Packy's averaged 272. So far, he's been awesome. Sanders has been fabulous as well.
Well, so far in our matches, you pretty much need at least 250 to win. So the guys know that going in.
Set the bar there, right? That's
I don't expect it to change in our final match, especially the Race to 2 format.
big numbers. Great year for Spencer, 7th on the PBA Tour points list. The title we talked about, and 7 different winners this year total on tour. And what has been a changing of the guard type season on the PBA Tour. And wouldn't this be an exclamation point? Sanders is through to the semis. Packy is next. First, though, the matter of perfection. For the first 10 for Sanders. Yes! Inching closer. Last time it was done, February 22nd, you called it. Sherman, Arlington, Texas, Brandon Bonta against EJ Tackett, the championship match of the players.
I've seen this. Baby B, Austin Grammer was also close. Matt, solid there in the 10th.
Austin, 299.
Yeah.
Up in Roch there. In the finals. How about 11?
Oh, please get through it.
It did not. And we saw it on the way through, so the front 10 and a victory. We will not have our 37th televised PBA Tour 300 game. Not yet anyway.
It's actually a savvy veteran move there. You never want to shoot a 300 unless it's the final match, because a lot of times your next game isn't very good. So he might have thrown off on purpose.
You
there.
think so?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna. If he asks, that's what I'm gonna say.
All right.
I'll defend him. Great game by Sandy there. 283. Moving on to face Packy.
Dude,
Started bowling at age 3. His dad owned the bowling center in Evansville, Indiana. And the dream continues for Matt Sanders. He'll take on Hanrahan in the finals next. And welcome to the Go Bowling halftime show. Let's flash back. Who's this guy? Kyle Sherman in March of 2022 World Series of Bowling. From Bolero Wauwatosa outside Milwaukee, the 2 seed. Kyle Sherman knocked off the top seed. Christian Ezcola, 214, 184 in the championship match. Sherman was pumped. First career title, second overall title after winning the mixed doubles title with Amanda Green in 2019. With Brad, your buddy, your YouTube channel partner, Brad Miller. What are the memories like when you see that tape?
Oh man, I mean, it's been a little while ago now, but it was great times. I mean, to be able to share that with Brad and my dad, be able to go to hug him right after, man,
Pretty cool, right?
It doesn't get any better than that.
All right, ready for Packy, ready for Sanders in the final matchup. How do you best preview this?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen a bunch of lefties here, but the styles that prevailed is the ones that can kind of slow shape it. Packy's averaging 272 through these first matches of this bracket. Bowling great, but Sandy just fired off a 280 game. So both guys are hot. Both guys have a good control of the lane. I think we got a shootout ahead of us.
Packy Hanrahan, 272 average through his 3 matches so far, and the front 10 for Matt Sanders in the last match in the semifinal. It's a race to 2 coming up here. Championship match from Cheetah, just outside the Twin Cities here on CBS Sports Network. One more match to determine the Cheetah champion. A PBA Tour title is on the line tonight from Lakeville. March 21st, 2019. Thunderbolt Lanes, Allen Park outside Detroit. Jason Belmonte defeated Jacob Butcher of 235-227. 21st career PBA Tour title. Record-breaking 11th major, surpassing Earl Anthony and Pete Weber, who had 10. All roads lead to Thunder Bowl AMF PBA World Championship. It's coming your way Saturday, June 13th. Playing around 11 a.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Championship finals on CBS and streaming live on Paramount Plus at 1 o'clock Eastern. Already, Belmo, Bonta, Wilkins, Sterner, Darren Tang are through to the World Championship. DJ, 3-time champ in that event. Chris Pye, powerful two-hander. Bill O'Neill, the Hall of Famer. Chris Prather, we've seen them both tonight in action at the World Championship outside Detroit. It will be fabulous bowling there with 2 shows coming your way on CBS Sports Network and on CBS. First, we settle the matter here, Sherm, of the Cheetah Championship. Race to 2 is underway with Packy. Nice start. .283 game for Matt Sanders. Semifinal number 2. As a 3 seed, had a bye. The lefty looks good. Nice shot, 7-pin.
Good shot for Matt here. Just leaving the 7-pin. As you can see, this is a race to 2 format. Winner of the game is going to earn 1 point. If we have a tie after 2 games, 9th and 10th frame roll off. Matt leaving a 7-pin here early. Ball just came up a little flat. Didn't quite have the touch on it that he's had so far. One thing I'm projecting for this match is how much transition is Packy's ball going to cause Matt. Packy's a little left of him than Matt. It's going to force Matt to probably make a few more moves than Packy. Also, Packy has more power, so he's going to be able to carry a little bit better. So Matt is going to really have to stay on top of his moves, stay on top of his game if he wants to keep up how much Packy is striking.
Second frame for Sanders. Nice.
This is when you know you have good ball reaction here. Matt getting the ball out, getting the light swisher, as we call it, to carry. When you get that hit going, you can really string them together. Matt still has great ball reaction. Packy looking for a double.
Second frame championship match. The first game, 8-pin stubborn for him here.
Pretty good shot for Packy here. Got it a little too far left, too quick. Got it out to about the 1 board. And that's something we saw in this Cheetah pattern. As you can see the ball knifing a little high on the pocket there, just getting the 6 out. But if you get the ball to the 1 board down lane, it actually had a tendency to overhook. So you kind of had to play the 2 or 3 board. Packy getting it a little too wide, overhooked, but cleans it up nicely.
Single pin spare conversion, 8-pin down. Keeping things neck and neck to begin the race at 2.
These players are going to start seeing some transition, especially Albie on the left side. The only righty we've seen on this pair was Prather. The rest were lefties. So now decisions are going to have to be made. Minor tweaks, and we're talking moving inches, subtle hand positions, a little bit of ball speed to change their angle, to change the ball reaction just enough to stay lined up.
Third for Packy, perfect. Tattoos the 1-2 pocket, all 10 in the pit. Really nice shot. Plenty of power. He's got to like that one.
Yeah, he's got that lane figured out. No need to overthink it. Now when he goes back on the right, just has to make the adjustments. Sandy working in the third, looking to take the lead here.
7 pins stands for him.
Shot.
2-time Indiana State High School bowling champion. Evansville Wrights High School. A lot of success at Marion University of Indianapolis. NAI All-Americans. Had a great career.
Yeah, Sandy was a great bowler. I bowled against him in college. And honestly, his game really hasn't changed much. He's been a shot maker. When it's his time, he puts them there. Again, leaving a 7-pin on this right lane. You know, we talk about you're going to have to make some subtle adjustments. And leaving those 7 pins, he's got to think, okay, Packy's going to figure it out. Packy's going to throw a 6-packer. He's pretty much done it every game. I got to do something. I can't keep leaving those 7 pins. But that's the right lane. He struck on the left. Needs to take care of business here. Worry about it when he comes back up there.
His PBA Tour title 2017 was on extra frame. So this is his first ever TV title match. The bright lights going for a championship. 7-10 stands. Worst break in bowling.
Yeah, this is a tough break. Another good shot for Sandy here. Ball just carries down a little bit too much. Leaves the 7-10. And now Sandy's got to be thinking to himself, man, this urethane is not doing what I need it to do. The lanes are changing. He might be thinking of a ball change pretty quickly here.
Ten down, 7 up. Does not convert open frame. This is a race to 2. A lot of bowling left. See who wins the Cheetah Championship. Packy struck 2 out of 3 frames. Also 9 spare in the second. Needs to go up by 23 pins. Perfect. Pummels the 1-2 pocket again.
You see how much more power Packy's ball enters the pocket there, mixing them around. That is why we put revolutions on a bowling ball. So when you get to the pocket, just like this, the pins dance, they move around. Your carry percentage is so good. Snapping the 7 there, exactly what Packy wanted to see after missing the last time on that lane.
Locked in all night. Turkey 33-pin lead, another one. Back-to-back jacks for Packy. A convincing lead here in game 1.
Yeah, you can see Packy just staying dialed in there, talking to himself a little bit, making the right moves. He's just trying to stay locked in. He's not trying to get ahead of himself, but he knows he has a great look. He knows he's making good shots. He's just trying to stay present.
Game 1 win probability way in Packy's favor. Good bounce back there for Sanders. You talked about that leg injury he had in that moving accident less than a year ago. Gash right leg, cut through tendons and muscles. He couldn't walk for weeks. I mean, you think about the pain and rehab.
Oh yeah, he hardly
taken to just get back on your feet, much less bowling again.
Yeah, he hardly did any bowling leading up into the season. Wasn't even sure if he was what he was gonna do, what he was capable of. When he made the show at the Masters, tears came over him because he didn't know if he could throw a bowling ball again, much less compete at the highest level. But he's back, and he's not out of this championship race to 2 yet.
6th frame. Yes! He missed the home PBA Indiana Classic, the 5th event of the season. The swelling in his leg at that point was just too much to bear, but back here in the Twin Cities, healthy again, bowling well again against Packy Hanrahan. The race to 2 championship match is underway. If you include the Roth-Holman Doubles Championship, 11 different spots, PBA Tour title winners this year, all have been different this season. History made on the PBA Tour. We'll have it again. Hanrahan and Sanders trying for their first title of this season. Both have won before. Game 1, race to 2. Cheetah Championship on CBS Sports Network. Back out of the break, looks for the 4-bagger, 33-pin lead. Got it. Looking good. Looking really good.
Yeah, that's what you call locked in, Rhino. Coming out of a commercial break, throwing high-quality shots like he never missed a beat. Packy is poised to win today.
It's a good one. A lot of Packy superlatives tonight, but I hadn't used poised yet. Add that to the list, partner.
The guy's just dialed. Looking to stay locked in the 7th.
5-bagger for a 43-pin lead. How about another one?
Now he's talking to it and it's listening. That's trouble for Matt Sanders here.
So Matt in big trouble, but it is a race to 2. If we're tied, 9th, 10th frame roll off to determine a winner. And a PBA Tour champion here tonight. Great success, Marion, Indiana. All-American NAIA level, 6'10" here left for Sanders.
Yeah, just a little right out of Sandy's hand here. Ball doesn't quite get to it. Only got to about 6, 7, 8 down lane. Needs to get to about 2, 3, 4. Because of that, just goes high through the pocket. Although just leaving the 6'10" here. Although at this point in the match, Sandy's looking for strikes, not spares.
Covers the 6'10".
All right.
With a huge hole in the 7th now.
Straighter.
So put yourself in his shoes. At what point do you start looking forward to the second game?
It's close. It's very close. I mean, you're still going to be, anything can happen here. Packy has a bad 8th and 9th, and you double here. Still plenty of game left to make him show up. But it's in your back of your mind, like, okay, this guy's got a great look. Mine isn't. What adjustments do I need to make? I think he might try to go a little straighter. I don't think he likes hooking it too much.
Looking for the 1-2 pocket. Good shot, 7-pin, not cooperative.
That one looked like it was a little straighter and harder, but the problem with that is we've seen other guys try to attack the lanes like Cameron Crowe and Spencer today, going a little straighter and harder, and they struggled with the carry. They struggled with the consistent ball reaction. And this was definitely a little firmer out of Sandy's hands. Got to the pocket, but it's not able to get that 7-pin out, which is ultimately what he's looking for.
Has the mark. The gap widens. Packy looks for a 6-bagger and a 56-pin lead here in game 1. Trying to stay hot. Good shot, 7-pin.
Good shot.
268, 284, 259 games. I mean, he has just been rolling here tonight in Lakeville.
Yeah, he's solid, you know. He's not beating himself. He's throwing good shots, just like that one, you know, leaving the 7-pin. That's fine. All he needs to do is really stay out of trouble. You know, Sanders is struggling with his reaction. Just stay in your process, stay in your lane, keep it clean.
Pick up.
And as I say that...
Just as you say that, Sherm. This is the 7-pin, so that makes things a little more interesting here when we thought we were about to put game 1 of the books for Packy. Not so fast.
Yeah, still a big lead here. Packy can strike out for 247. Sanders can strike out for 214.
Stat pack. Great numbers.
Still well in control of this match.
Foundation frame. Good for a bounce back. Got a crack at that 7-pin.
And that's the bowling gods right there, Rhino. Anytime you miss a single pin, like a 7-pin, it seems like the next shot, they're going to stand it right back up there for you and say, okay, come on, now you got to pick it. Another good shot here for Packy. We're just seeing a little, the lanes transition, a little carry down. Ball's not quite going through the pins as well as it did.
Got that one. Hit it flush.
True professional right there.
La La Land.
Avoids another disaster with an open frame. For Sanders. Big hole here, but a lot of bowling left.
Yeah, Sandy just not able to get that urethane ball to go through the pins. Again, the carry down's happening. And that's a good shot. I really don't think he can throw it much better than that from that spot. And he doesn't necessarily have the power to move his feet a whole lot further right and really shape it. So I would be surprised if his ball reps aren't asking him to maybe try a reactive ball in the 10th here.
Has a spare. Got down 34 pins in game 1. All but over for Packy.
We'll see here. Looks like he's sticking with the urethane. You know, and it's tough. He threw this ball the whole time in qualifying. He's had all his success with this ball. It's hard to go away from it. But we're actually in a different center, under a different situation, different transition. Very surprised he's not trying to reactive.
Sanders sees a strikeout here to force Packy to show up, which he did not do, so game 1 is over. It's official now. It is a race to 2, though, so Packy's just halfway there as Sanders wins game 2. A 9th, 10th frame roll off. 1 point for Packy.
And that's why it's so hard out here, Rhino, to win and have success. It's not just about shot making. If it was about shot making, Sanders is doing that. He's throwing great shots. But you've got to put the whole puzzle together. Right now, he's missing a couple pieces. He's missing the ball reaction piece. And he's going to try something here in the fill.
May as well test the waters, right? This one's over. Think about game 2. There's a lot of bowling on that left side with 7 of the 12 bowlers being southpaws tonight. That's a ton of traffic, Kyle.
Yeah, a little more than they're accustomed to here. And that looked good. That was another urethane-esque bowling ball there, but a little stronger. That looked good. And I'd be surprised if he didn't go to that one starting the next game.
Packy wants to stay solid even though this game is over. Into the 10th frame. Got that momentum for game 2.
Yeah, these shots for Packy here, just about staying locked in mentally. Even though the match is over, you want to act like you still need this shot. that it's still important. You don't want to get lackadaisical. You want to stay in that mode. That's exactly what he's trying to do here in the 10th. But the match is over, and game 1 in our race to 2 is going to Packy.
One more go to the 10th here to make this official. Sanders at 192. He's got to regroup here for game 2. You mentioned a ball change possibly for him in this second game. We'll see what he gets into. One more time for Packy. 2:37 game. That's his lowest of the night, but still a very impressive win over Matt Sanders in game 1 of the race to 2 here in the Cheetah Championship. Game 2 is on the way. Packy makes his notes, thinking about another PBA Tour title. It's next. This is day 1 of 4 World Series of Bowling 17. Tomorrow it all continues. 3 Eastern, the Monticelli Championship. PBA 50 level, then the Chameleon Championship match play at 4 Eastern. Wrap up the Chameleon Championship Finals. Top seed is Jason Belmonte. It's a race to 2, just like we have with the Cheetah here tonight. Day and night 2 of World Series of Bowling 17 from here in Lakeville, Minnesota, outside Minneapolis. Almost won that tournament 3 times. 120 bowlers began this field at Valero Brooklyn Park about 40 minutes from here. Now we're down to just 2 and maybe 1 game. Packy Hanrahan won game 1 convincingly. Game 2 and the race to 2 is underway. Sanders, nice. That's the start you want.
And it's real simple here, Rhino. This race to 2, Matt Sanders fighting for his life here. He's got to tie this up, force a roll off, and Packy wins. He's going to be our Cheetah champion.
And he has been on a roll here, partner. Just about unstoppable. Locked in from the very first shot a couple hours ago. Trying to keep that going for 1 more match. Does just that. Perfect in the 1-2 pocket, but all 10 down anyway.
Yeah, this is what it looks like when a bowler has great control of his feel, of what the lane is doing. Everything's coming together for Packy. And he's making subtle adjustments. Don't think these players are just doing the same thing over and over again. They're making these small, minute changes to try to stay ahead of the transition.
Eighth-year pro, 31 years old. Packy does it again. That was much better. Absolutely obliterates the 1-2 pocket. All 10 in the pit. Perfect shot.
Yeah, Packy's never been shy to high scores. I bowled against him a ton on the PBA, off the PBA, and the guy can just flat out strike when the scoring pace is high. Now, Matt Sanders in the second, making this ball change. Throwing a crown 78U. Let's see how it does on this right lane.
Big shot. Direction exactly you wanted there. 3-pin stands for him. Close.
And that is not what you want to see from Matt there. That ball never picked up. I think he thought it was going to hook a lot more than that. Like it did on the left lane. Almost got the love to roll the 3-pin. Instead, needs a spare here.
Has the mark much needed. This one win came in 2017 as well. 5th of the World Championship that year. Packy was 3rd last year at the Shark in Reno. That was his best finish in 2025. Packy was number 2 seed that night, lost to Tom Smallwood, the 4 seed, by 10. Here he's in control, trying for the Cheetah Championship.
Great rebound there for Sanders in the third. Has that lane seemingly figured out. This left lane seems to come off the spot a little bit more for him than this right lane. You saw Matt Sanders' ball go light on the right lane. The last strike Packy had on this right lane was light.
Packy looks for the first three. Great pin action again. I mean, with the carry, with the rev rate, he is just obliterating the pins time and time again. They've got no chance to stand there.
Yeah, you see Packy's ball a little lazy on this lane as well. He gets it out to the spot he's trying to get it to. It doesn't quite come off of it, but the difference in power. Packy's ball reads that spot just enough, gets the pocket, mixes them up. Sandy's ball doesn't quite get there, leaves a single pin. Packy's got 3 in a row. Sanders still looking for a double. That's the difference right there.
It was in game 1, continues your partner in game 2. Race the 2. Packy for the front 4. Messenger doesn't quite get to the 7th pin. It was close. Very close.
Shot.
Yeah, this was a really good shot for Packy here too. Ball just comes up a little flat. You're going to start seeing a little bit more of this. These urethane balls are carrying this wall down so much that the balls are losing their drive through the pocket. Typically, Packy's able to combat it because he has so much power, but even him couldn't get the 7 out that time.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh, another miss into the channel. Way off.
Jeez.
Now that's a big-time game changer. The script has been flipped here in game 2. Shocker.
Yeah, if you're Sanders here, you just got a little bit of life. Looked like this ball just slipped a little bit out of Packy's hand. You see not comfortable there at all at the foul line, raising up out of it. That usually means the players hate it off their hands, and he did. Sanders looking to now take advantage.
And take the lead, which he does. Trip 10 pin, late, up by 3. Huge break.
And it looked like on that lane, he went back to his original urethane ball that he was throwing. So now he's 2-balling it. He's throwing the black urethane ball on the right lane. It's Crown 78U on the left lane.
Win probability partner changing. That shifts dramatically with Packy's second missed 7 pin. Of the night.
Oh yeah!
Let's mix it up.
Matt says, Packy, you're gonna give me that little opening? I'll take that all day.
Jacks up at 72.54% now. Here's Packy. Thinking about that 7th pin. How quickly can you flush that?
Yeah, you have to right now. It's got to be out of your mind. No, Packy's got the lead. The pressure is not on him as much, but right now it's about this shot.
His 5th frame. Okay.
Oh.
Good bounce back. A little lucky sometimes is good.
Yeah, this was probably the most errant shot we've thrown Packy throw that we've seen Packy throw all day. And directionally, it wasn't too bad. He just got a little slow with it, read the spot, hooked a ton, but what a break. Also, those breaks hardly ever happen after you miss a single pin as well.
You just never know in bowling.
You never know.
One of the many reasons it's such a great sport. 6th frame, cut it to 3 here for Packy. Nice. Hammers the 1-2 pocket. Halfway home, game 2, race the 2. Packy making things interesting after missing the single pin spare conversion on the 7. Sanders wants to win to stay alive. We'll find out what happens next.
The PBA World Series of Bowling on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by AMF, the home of PBA, where the pros play. Head to amf.com to find a center near you.
Tied a ball. Sanders up 3. Out of the break. Looks for the 4-bagger. 13-pin lead, game 2, race to 2. If he ties it up, gets a point. Then we go to 9th, 10th frame roll off. Here's Sanders. No break.
What a break!
First 10 and the 6 there, Kyle. Down it goes.
And Sandy's going to take any strike on this right lane that he's been having troubles with. The last time he mixed it up, this one goes a little high. Now we see that 6, 7, 10 tripping.
There's a reaction.
A little unsure, but he'll take it.
Not very demonstrative, is he? But, shows us a little eyebrow raise there. 72+% win probability now for Sanders. Nice. No doubter there. Finds the 1-2 pocket.
We have got ourselves a match here. Rhino, Sandy figuring them out, throwing the pressure right back on Packy.
Double here, cut it 3 pins. Third this year in the event, won by Spencer Robarge for his first PBA title. 2 titles for Packy back in 2023. To get back in the winner's circle here tonight. Shots like that he might. PBA Kokomo Classic in 23 in Indiana. #1 seed beat Matt Ogle in the final. And then with his good buddy, fellow Wichita State alum Mitch Hoope, won the doubles title.
Great shot for here by Packy in the 7th. Last time went to the nose, snow plowed him over. This one, 10 back.
He and Mitch were top seed in the Roth Pullman Doubles Championship that year in Dover, Delaware. Beat Matt Ogle again. And Sean Rash in the title match by 13 pins. Packy tries for another. Has another. Just like that, back to 3 pins.
There we go. Now we're just trading blows here right now. Both players are seeing the lane. Now we just got to execute shots. And both players looking to win. They obviously have won before, but none of them have won singles titles on TV. It's a different feeling, different atmosphere, different set of nerves. One of these guys is going to be our Cheetah champion. Matt looking to extend his lead.
6-bagger here to go up by 13. Avoids the split. That's the good news. Just the 6-pin stands. Flirting with danger.
Yeah, that was the same hit that he had the last time on that lane, except he tripped them all out and carried them. This time the ball goes a little high. Doesn't get the pins to trip, except for the 6-pin. But like you said, Rhino, avoided disaster.
Hooks it, 6-pin, no problem. 2-pin spread. Late going game 2, race to 2.
Sanders, 9th frame, very important here. Can max out for 259. Packy can max out at 267. And that missed single for Packy playing a big, big role here now as we come down to the final frames of this match. It's Sandy. Foundation frame, 9th frame, needs one of his best.
Up 2, got it.
Okay, so now the ball is in Packy's court. He can shoot 267 off the sheet. It's in his hand. This is what you want as a professional bowler right now, to win your 3rd title, first singles title on TV, ball in hand, stepping up in the 9th.
What a chance. This is 7-pin in the 4th frame. Foundation frame for the lead. Yes! Late tap on the 10-pin. There it goes. Just enough.
when you start seeing hits like that, it's almost like, is it meant to be? Packy getting the love there on the 10, just enough. And this is so huge. What a break there. Stays composed, though. First shot here. Get into
2 strikes and 3 there, partner, for the shutout and the win. Looks for the first. There's one. Wow. 18. A strike and 3 does it for a PBA Tour title.
What a first shot there for Packy. Threw that one with authority the way it went through the pins. Now, strike in 3. He will be our 2026
Have some fun, brother.
World Series of Bowling Cheetah Championship.
Keep it up.
For the second and the 10th. Yes, he's got it! No! The late hit. The late triple and 3. Down it goes for Packy, who now needs to keep it on the lane for his 3rd career PBA Tour title.
Just needs to keep it on the lane here.
Needs 3 to make it official. Packy gets 8, gets the win. Packy Hanrahan has won the 2026 Cheetah Championship. Time to celebrate for Packy. His 3rd career PBA Tour title. He'll sweep the race to 2. Championship match. Those are 265 at Sanders in game 2.
I did.
The late trip 3-pin. Amazing break for Packy to seal the deal. And what a way to start the 2026 World Series of Bowling. Packy Hanrahan raising the trophy. Celebrates with family. What's better? It was time to celebrate the 2nd strike in the 10th. And as you saw a moment ago, Kyle joining Packy.
All right, Packy, you were able to stay locked in there like I've almost never seen, averaging 270 for those first 3 games. How are you able to stay so focused today?
Just focusing on the process. I know everybody says it, but tried to keep everything the same as last week. Throughout the week, took notes, made sure I brought the notebook on camera. Out here, had my great support system, bowled a bunch of friends, which was awesome. So, yeah, just been able to surround myself with the people that help keep me focused and help keep me locked in.
Okay, and then after that, so that 11th shot goes down the lane, 3 pins standing there, and it trips. And all that emotion comes out. Explain to us what was going through your mind there.
The shot to win, everybody hopes that they get that shot. Made a subpar effort and got the break finally. After I feel like weeks and weeks and weeks and millions of TV appearances where the breaks don't go your way, finally nice to get one where all the breaks go your way.
Yeah, well, I heard, yep, give it up for him. I heard you say, have fun, kid, before that shot in the 11th. Congrats, man, 2026 Cheetah Championship. Have
Appreciate
some fun,
it,
baby.
brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Couple Cheetah champions in that shot. Kyle won it 2022. In 2026, it goes to the big 2-hander from Connecticut, Packy Hanrahan. A lot more PBA Tour action coming your way here tomorrow. We start 3 Eastern, the PBA 50 Monticello Championship. 3 great bowlers, 1 champion to be determined on the PBA 50 Tour. Then the Chameleon Championship match play at 4 Eastern. And it wraps up with the Chameleon Championship finals like we had tonight in the Cheetah. 12 bowlers and 1 champion when the dust settles. It'll be awesome from here in Lakeville, Minnesota. But for now, the man of the moment is the big two-hander. Packy Hanrahan has won for a 3rd time on the PBA Tour. Congratulations to Packy Hanrahan, the 2026 Cheetah champion. Now for Kyle Sherman and the entire crew, it's Dave Ryan saying so long from just outside Minneapolis. PBA World Series of Bowling continues live tomorrow at 3 Eastern with 5 more hours of coverage of the PBA 50 Monticello Championship, followed by complete coverage of the Chameleon Championship. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. For the first time in 3 years, Packy Hanrahan is a champion on the PBA Tour.